Gonna hit start streaming. Hello everybody, how is it going? Happy Friday. It is finally the weekend. I feel like this week kind of lasted 2 weeks into one. So I'm happy that Saturday is upon us tomorrow. It's very exciting. I hope that you all are doing well. I wanted to stream some tonight. Just chugging along with these Tau. So, let's see. Letting everybody on my Discord server know that I'm streaming. If you've not joined us on Discord, we'd love to have you. It is public. Anybody can join. You don't have to like be a patron or anything. There's no paywall to this content. This is just me talking about whatever, so it's not fancy. It's not fancy, but we will be painting some Tau, which is pretty fancy. Just continuing right along. Put my little break sign away, because we're not on break. We've got loads of Tau to paint. We are going to be... Yeah! Tau! Hello, Owen. Thank you for joining us. It is time. The time of the Tau is upon us, and that Tau time is now time. Oh, geez. I made that rhyme. That's a choice. That beautiful sound of shuffling you can hear is me hoping that I have a scrap of sponge to hand. I need to sponge on some details. I'm constantly ripping pieces off of sponges and then using them and then flinging them somewhere and not remembering where I put them. So I might need to go grab a bit of kitchen sponge if I can't find any in one of my various drawers. Honestly, it would probably be faster for me to just go grab some, but it's the start of the stream and I don't want people to come in and be like, wow, Fives isn't even at their own stream. What a jerk. What a colossal jerk. Should I have grabbed a piece of sponge before the stream started? Absolutely. Would that have taken an ounce of pre-planning? Also, yes. Apparently, I'm just allergic to that today. How is Butterfingers? Butterfingers is good. He is among us. He is ready for more paint. I even remembered to get a cloth to wipe off the excess sponge on. I just need the sponge, which I can't find. So I'm going to have to go grab a kitchen sponge. I will return momentarily. Be right back. Right back. Alright. We've got our sponge now. We've got it. This is gonna provide some nice variation when painting all of the tan parts, I guess. I guess that's tan. It's close enough color to tan. This is what's gonna turn them to look like pie crust, just like you see on this guy. So I'm gonna set him to the side over here so I don't accidentally get paint on him. It's happened before. Guess who didn't turn down the volume on their phone and is gonna get a million notifications? It's me. I did that. We'll see if I've got it muted now. Yeah, it looks like it's muted now. Okay, problem solved. Crisis averted. However, the screen is now fuzzy, which is worse. That's bad. My buddy Mark, I was talking with him before starting streaming, and I was like, he's trying to convince me to rob the booth at Gen Con that's gonna have the minis for the Borderlands Kickstarter. And I was like, I'm not going to American jail for you, and also you'll have to harass me for this tomorrow because I'm gonna start a stream. And he just sent me boo. So I have been booed already. So much bullying occurs on this channel, all directed at me. The freaking nerve. I put up a poll today, asking people how reasonable it was that I wanted to buy a Khorne army. Y'all didn't disappoint. So many people were like, wow, we just kind of assumed you had already bought a Khorne army. So even my audience is ready to roast me at all times. That's just good to know. So as you can see, this is why I'm doing the sponging now, because it's really difficult to do this later and still have a clean model to work. Like, it's hard to keep the other parts of the model clean. But this, and then a wash of Seraphim Sepia or Reikland Flesh Shade. I think I'll probably do Reikland just because it gets a little bit darker. That'll make that look like pie crust. And all you need is a little bit dabbed on. I think I'm gonna do the like ends of the gun darker to look more like they're burnt. They got a little extra toasty in the whatever oven you would use to bake Tau. But now I just got to do that to every single Tau. Yeah, Atomic, that's the goal. I don't really like the idea of having an army of just angry dudes. So it would be Khorne demons specifically. I've been trying to learn some of the lore about Khorne and the various Khorne affiliated legions. Previously I'd been pretty like dead set on, you know, Space Marines aren't really for me, and I like, you know, the lore's really preposterous and stuff like that, and I'm not, like, you know, it's cool that people like Space Marines, that's fine, but I don't really, they're not for me. I don't really care about any of the characters. God, I hate having to change my tune, but I think I might slightly care about Angron, just a wee bit. Just a tiny smidgen. And I don't really know what that says about me. But I think he's neat. I think I might actually have a favorite Legion of Space Marines now, legitimately, not just picking one because I can identify them on a table, but I potentially like the World Eaters, and I know about their lore, so yeah. Don't worry, this will not become a Space Marine channel. I have no fear of that happening because I still don't actually like the design of Space Marines, but people have been telling me about the Legions, linking me to all these Horus Heresy videos. They're kind of fun. They're kind of fun. Angry Ron. Ron is very angry. Ron was wronged, okay? Like, dude was never allowed to be his own person. So, like, I feel like maybe some of it is justified. Because really no one has been nice to angry Ron. And he's like, oh, you know, the people I actually wanted to work with, who I led this whole rebellion for, you were like, nah, I'm just gonna leave them all here to get killed. And we're not taking them with us or saving them, and also you have to have a new family that I chose for you. That's basically what happened. And then his new family is like, hey, why do you hate us? And it's like, oh, well, maybe if the rest of my family wasn't slaughtered because I had to go be your dad, then maybe I would like you guys a little bit more. Maybe I wouldn't randomly kill you all the time. So, like, not justified, but understandable. You need to know my opinion on the Death Korps of Krieg. Let me say it like this. I do not know any of the lore of the Death Korps of Krieg. I think they were pretty much left on a planet and doomed to die, and, like, the fumes of that planet were really toxic. So they were also abandoned, probably by Biggie himself, the good old emperor of mankind being a corpse. But yeah, I don't know enough about them. I do know that their aesthetic appeals to a lot of, like, it's not exclusive to, like, it's not like all people who play Death Korps of Krieg are neo-Nazis, but a lot of neo-Nazis seem to gravitate towards that particular faction because of the whole, like, you know, aesthetic. So that's one I've never really felt like picking up personally, especially since in the Kill Team box that they had the plastic kits in, the other half of that box is orcs, and orcs are way cooler. So my opinion on the Death Korps of Krieg is I don't really know anything about them. Certainly not enough to have an informed opinion. They're not a faction I would choose to play or paint, though. I don't think they have anything about them that's, like, cute or fun, or that I can find cute or fun. Like, sometimes people are like, hey, orcs aren't cute, and I'm like, that's a lie, but I understand why you make that argument. To me, orcs are cute. I'm sure people will be like, hey, corn demons aren't cute. And once again, I will get that argument from their perspective, but to me, corn demons are pretty cute. They just want to collect skulls and blood and stuff like that, which, yeah, is gnarly, but if you look at it from a demon's perspective, it's kind of funny. Their lore is they rebelled and were bombarded into near non-existence, becoming one of the most loyal groups of the Imperial Guard. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, unfortunately this hobby has some not-so-positive associations every now and again. But, you know, just don't be a jerk and play Warhammer and play whatever faction you want. That's fine. Just, you know, maybe don't paint your Death Korps of Krieg red and black and white. Maybe consider a different color scheme. I mean, it's... Listen, the spiked helmet and the gas mask and the trench coat, I get it. I get it. I just, you know... It's not one for me. Also, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I said hello to everybody. It's nice to have you all here. What are you working on painting today? Or, Cam, in your case, are you watching this when you should be doing homework? It is summer, though. Hopefully you don't have summer school. Or did you graduate? Fuck, I should know this, and I don't. I'm sorry. Things just leave my brain so easily these days. Yeah, Kill Team is cool. I can't remember, does G play Kill Team? I feel like they do. I definitely have the orc half of the Kill Team box. It is definitely not assembled, except for the bomb squig, which I painted for a video. But I should, I should finish that. I'm probably gonna paint my Necromunda guys next, after these Tau, or during, when I get tired of working on a million Tau. Once I finish the infantry, you know, then it's less to paint. I still have a formidable pile of Tau to get through. I haven't actually counted up how many Tau models I have. I should maybe do that. I should maybe know. That would be kind of like good to do. Oh, nice. Got nothing to work on. It's been too hot to do anything. That's fair. I haven't felt like cooking anything recently just because it's been hot. Like, no, I don't want to stand by the stove and cook things, but, like, also, I do require food in order to survive, which is unfortunate for me. If anybody else figures out how to photosynthesize instead of this shit, let me know. Here's everybody's favorite. This is Butterfingers. We're gonna paint him up next. A Tau that truly does not... He's just looking confused at his weapon. Like, how the hell does this go into the magazine go into the thingy? The gun work. The gun do the gun thing. The shooty shoot machine. I don't know what the Tau use. I should know, because I bought a ton of them, and I have their codex, but I don't remember weapons offhand. He has a gun. That's what he has. He has a gun, and he shoots the bad guys. Or the good guys, depending on what he decides to fight that day. But his name is Butterfingers because he's bad at knowing how to use his weapons, and he's modeled like he's just happened to be posed like really confused looking at his gun, which is great. He's my favorite, secretly. Chemdogs are the only IG bunch that's interesting. They're like Mad Max, but with toxic chemicals, but they don't have any official models, so proxies ahoy. That's fair. I find it so weird that, like, GW would say that these things exist and you can play them for a very specific game with all of our requirements. However, we refuse to produce the actual models that you need. Like, for a company that doesn't allow proxies or tries not to, they sure do encourage people to make them. I do not love this step in the process because it often is messy and it's hard to reach the sponge into tiny areas. This is unpleasant, but it is quick. Gun go pew, thing maybe die. Yeah, that's pretty much war there. I always think back to that one line in Mad Max Fury Road, my favorite film, when all of the 5 wives are in the back of the truck they're matching the ammo to the guns after Angarrett is dead. And I think the Dag says to Toast that Angarrett used to call bullets anti-seed, plant them and watch something die. I quite like that line. They don't ever bring it up or call bullets that again, but I still think it's good. I like that they included that. I mean, clearly they call them bullets as well, since you have a character literally named the Bullet Farmer and a location literally called Bullet Farm, but it's interesting that they would have developed their own terms as well. But I live for that kind of shit. In-universe slang is always fun. If I didn't feel like I'd get ridiculed for it, I would use so much fake slang from all the various media that I've consumed. I'm not a cool kid. I mean, anyone I've played video games with that will get the reference has definitely heard me say "witness me" once or twice before. They tolerate it. They tolerate it. I don't think I've watched any new films between now and last time I streamed. I was trying to pick out something to watch last night, and then I ended up just watching a bunch of videos about nothing on YouTube and then going to bed. Hi, Kraz! It's been forever! How are you? How are the kids? How's Graham? Are you working on any hobbying? Are you doing anything fun? Are you doing a project for yourself today? Because you should be. You always should be. How's your Cruel Boys army coming along? Jeez, I just have a million questions today. Everyone went to bed early and you're thinking about going to sleep. That's fair. You know, it is the weekend. Sleeping in is always a good call. Going to bed early. I can't ever seem to make myself do that on the weekend. I'm like, I have to use all of this time that I now have, and I just end up getting exhausted. You haven't been working on any models, but you're content and happy. Well, that's what counts. How are the Tau going? Tau are going great. We've started base coating the infantry, which is definitely one of the more numerous kind of guys to get out of the way. Everything's except the drones has been rebased and primed. I kind of don't know what I want to do in terms of flight stands for the drones, so I don't know if I have to, like, try and mask off the ones that they already had and salvage those from the old bases, or if I just need to buy new ones, or if I just need to buy, like, wire or plastic rods or something like that to use. So because I kind of haven't made that decision, they're just sitting around. But everything else is primed and ready to go. And we're 7 episodes of exclusively Tau hobbying deep, seeing how long it is actually going to take to fix up this entire army now that we have an established color scheme and everything's been, you know. There have been some eventful moments in the Tau test kitchen. I'm kind of glad you weren't here to witness me ripping things off of their bases. That was some feral hobby energy, if I'm honest. It was an event. Yeah. Patience should have won the day, but let's just say didn't. Let's just put it like that. But right now, I'm just using a sponge to put some other brown colors on these Tau so that when I put a wash over their guns, it looks like pie crust. Yeah, when I say rip off their old bases, I do mean that in the most literal possible sense of the world. Especially Storm Surge. The night that we were getting Storm Surge off of his base, and let's just say this is the old base that Storm Surge came on. It maybe got a little wear and tear, you know, in the process of me freeing Storm Surge from the old base. We may have ripped it in twain, and also bent it in a, you know, it's distressed. Yeah, exactly, precisely. Storm Surge looks great on the new base, though. That's beautiful. That looks, it's sitting over in the cabinet. It looks great. Stunning. 10 out of 10. I think I'm probably just going to use one shade of brown for this. On bigger models, I'll probably do 2, but for infantry, we're gonna just do the 1, I think, and then, like, highlights will happen when it's time for that or some shit. It'll still look good. It'll still look fine. Both the base was distressed, and so was I while working with it. We had fun experimenting with different base colors as well, but like this is kind of the scheme that, oh, that one's got a little bit of green on it that I'll have to cover up, but this is where we landed. Lime green base rim, because I think it looks cool, and then like a Oreo cookie kind of color for the top, and the rivets kind of look like cream that was pulled off an Oreo, so it's got this whole cool cookies and cream kind of feel to it. I think it looks great. I'm very happy with it. It paints up quick too, which is great because I have 460 million of these to get done. This one's got some weirdly metallic spots. I think this was the one that I originally tried to do an Arizona green tea themed paint scheme with, which tracks for why it's weirdly metallic in some places. Because I used a gold metallic undercoat and thought, hey, I'll paint green over that and then it'll look like the can. And cans have the gold base, the gold like tops to them, but I didn't end up liking that scheme. So I did just prime over it, but apparently I missed a spot or two. Hell yeah! Gen Con, I'm very excited for Gen Con. It's coming closer and closer. Only a few weeks to go now, which is crazy. I hope you're hype. I hope you're ready. My wallet is mostly ready. It depends on what kind of dumb shit I'm going to buy. The answer is probably a lot. I don't know which variety, but whoo boy. I'm definitely gonna spend some money at Gen Con. I do have my Relic Blade minis nearly finished. I just need to actually paint the base rims, and then they'll be good to go for Gen Con, so I don't have to worry about getting those finished up, because painting the base rim is not a stressful step. Was Base Tearing Stream 3? I keep getting that VOD recommended to me. Yeah, I think that was, I think that might have been the one. I don't remember, though. 3 sounds correct, though. I like the idea that me committing hobby crimes is a VOD that gets recommended to people. I guess I should probably, like, go back and rename them so that if people... But no one wants to rewatch this series, honestly. Like, it's craziness. It's nonsense. Although, if you are rewatching this for whatever reason, like, if this is ever your second viewing of one of my streams, please leave me a comment. Tell me why you are watching this again, when there is something else that you could be doing with your day. I'm genuinely curious. Even if it's like 2 years in the future, I don't know why you'd be doing that, but if you out there watching this are ever on your second viewing of this Tao Test Kitchen Part 7, I hope you're okay. What are you doing with your life that made you feel like watching this a second time was something you needed? Go drink some apple juice and have... take a breath, you know? There's so much more to life than rewatching me desecrate multiple Tau. I think, you know. Hello, Hive Fleet Kalos, welcome. You like watching people paint minis, you've talked about this. Yeah, I'm talking specifically about anyone who's rewatched a VOD of mine multiple times. They're the people I want to get inside the psyche of. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm curious, and I genuinely have questions. You really like watching stream VODs. Okay, Cam, I don't know what it is, because I'm, like, you know, if I'm there and I'm live, like, it's fun, I get to interact with people. Or, like, if I missed one and I want to see what happened, then I'll watch it back. But I've never gone and watched a stream VOD multiple times. That's just what I'm curious about, the repetition of it. Because, like, I watch movies multiple times because I like them or think they're good. Or funny or interesting. Or they make me feel emotions. But, I mean, I guess it's potential that a stream VOD could do the same thing. I think the camera is shaking because I am stabbing these with a sponge vigorously. Batch painting. It is the way to finish an army, though. I'll tell you that. It's efficient. That's why people do it. You painting anything today, Hive Fleet Kalos? Got anything on the old hobby desk? By the way, your Tyranids that you posted in our Discord, absolutely gorgeous. Love the Pride Tyranids. They're so fun. They're so fun. Hello. Paint an army with just sponge stabbing challenge. That could be fun. It's not gonna be this army. I could see it working for some things, though. Like, legitimately, you could probably work up some decent gradients with it. It would just be harder to control on fine details, so you need something with, like, simpler shapes. Like, I could see a very impressionist kind of Tyranid army being possible with just sponges. Or maybe something like... I don't know, for whatever reason, Flesh Eater Quartz keeps coming to my head. Like, a lot of people seem to do quick or fun or interesting color schemes with Flesh Eater Quartz. So, maybe that. You could do it. I mean, probably you could do it with Nurgle just fine, because, like, Flesh is a lot of weird, gross, rotting colors, but I will not be painting Nurgle on this channel. think this is the last one that we have to stab with a sponge. Then we can start applying a wash to these areas, which will be great. We can do that. And then I think lime green armor is going to be the next step. And then after that, some panel lining probably. Or, you know, I'll probably want to paint in the rest of the details and stuff like that. But yeah, they're coming along. They're coming along. We get closer and closer every day to tournament legality for these boys. And girls. And both. And neither. Could be good for organic things like Seraphon or so. Ooh, Seraphon would be fun. I'd do that. I would take that challenge. I think that's just me wanting an excuse to paint Seraphon, though, after going to Adepticon and seeing Gavin Garza's skink win the Golden Demon. That's probably why. It's probably why. Makes you wish that, like, they would update the Lizardmen range just a little bit. Give old Gavin a nicer canvas to work with, because frankly, he deserves it. Alright. Let's start putting a wash on some of these guys. We're going with Reichland, just because it's what's in front of me. And I'm just gonna hope that that's the same color that I used on the test models. Should I have written that down? 100%. Yes, I should have. Did I? No. Unfortunately, I failed to do that, so... You get what you get. In this case, you get me not remembering the exact wash that I used. But it looks at least vaguely similar, like... It's starting to look like pie crust, which is great. It'll look more like it when it dries, and that'll be perfect. I am a little sad that they're changing up the formula of the GW washes, because I've gotten so used to how the way they tint stuff affects the color underneath that I'll have to relearn that with the new formulas, or just buy a shit ton of the old formula. Should check on that next time I go to my local game store and see if they've got any of the old bottles in stock. Buy all of those up. Everyone likes dinosaurs, they sure do. Think they'll update the lizards when they do the old world stuff? Yeah, that's fair. I don't remember what the due date for Old World is that they set for themselves, but I'll believe that that launches when I see it. I'm kind of curious. A couple of people have said they're going to relaunch the Old World and then kill off support for Age of Sigmar, which I don't think is going to happen, but I will be sad if it does happen. Seems a little premature after 3rd edition launched so recently, but I'm still not really accustomed to how quickly editions change in the world of Warhammer. Seems pretty rapid comparative to stuff like Dungeons and Dragons, which has been in 5th edition for forever. Or at least as long as I've been playing D&D. That's nice. I'd prefer it not get axed. Then everybody will start making videos about whether the Old World or Age of Sigmar is better, just like they did, oh, is Fantasy or Age of Sigmar better? It's like they're both games, man. They're different. I don't know that either one should have died so the other could live, but Fantasy Battles certainly did have a long little lifespan there, so people can still play it if they want to the extent of my knowledge, it's just no longer supported. Like, you got all the rulebooks and stuff. I've never played it because I don't own enough models on square bases to make that reasonable. Here, buy a new pile of rulebooks. Yeah, ain't that the way. Have you seen the size of the Horus Heresy rulebooks? Like, those are some chunky rules. I guess, you know, probably a lot of it is lore, and they do have all of the, like, all of the Chaos Space Marines are in this one. All of the Loyalist Space Marines are in this one, so that's probably a lot of rules to put into one book, but still, that's not easy to transport to and from an event. If you're going to play Horus Heresy somewhere, you gotta bring like a coffee table display size book with you. My Discord has been keeping me apprised of when new Arbiter Ian videos come out about the various Horus Heresy legions. Got to learn about the Thousand Sons today. That was fun. Also watched the Eric's Hobby Workshop video about painting a Space Marine from every legion, and that was fun too. It's, you know, as much as people complain about the hype train, it is fun to be on it. I don't really think I'm gonna collect Space Marines, but I like seeing people be excited about stuff. Hi, Devin! How are you? Welcome to the stream. You wish they'd embrace digest-sized paperbacks and sensible digital formats? I don't know. They don't seem to have found the STC for that, you know? I'm sure their Forge Worlds will get right on it when they find... Speaking of Forge Worlds, let's just pause for a second. Because... I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, right? Because obviously, and I'm not buying a Khorne army. I don't need one. I just, you know, I've looked at one. I've perused. But Poppy over on the Discord was kind enough, and I say that like a double-edged sword, specifically, kind enough to let me know about a fancy named character Khorne Demon model that was coming out with a new Forged World model. This demon called Kabanda. And I was like, oh, that's a really sick model. Like, that's dope as hell. I checked the price today, because it went up for pre-order today. Not that I'm gonna buy it, because again, as we've established, I'm not buying a Khorne army. You can see me right here painting my Tau army. But that is $330 US motherfucking dollars for one model. So for more than the cost of the entire, like, Ashwaste Nomads box, more than the cost of, like, a whole fuck of a lot of models, you get one fancy demon. A singular, and, like, a big showpiece model, sure, but $330. What? I still am rather shell-shocked by that. That is a price I could not see myself justifying anytime soon. That's a lot of money. Everybody says the quality of Forge World models is pretty bad. To be honest with you, I've not bought anything large from Forge World, so, like, I've gotten star players from Blood Bowl, and they're fine. Like, I haven't really noticed that the quality of them has been terrible or anything like that. So I can't speak to the whole, the quality of Forge World sucks, debate. That's how much you charge for a dragon that's that size, fully painted, based, and shipped. That's a serious price tag. Absolutely. For $300, that model better be able to paint itself to award-winning standards. You ain't wrong. Would be a shame if someone leaked the STL files. I'm sure someone out there will be recasting it before too long. Personally, I'd like to have that model myself. He's a very nice model. He looks like he would be fun to paint. But I just can't justify spending $330 for a single model right now. That's just going to be outside of the sphere of things that I am able to purchase. Which, you know, is a little bit of a shame in some ways, because I'd love to be like, you know, no matter what model you have and are painting, you can do it whatever way that you want. Like, I think there is some merit in being like, you do not have to be a Golden Demon level painter to paint the big, impressive, cool, expensive things. I'd like to make a video like that. However, the budget for making that video is significantly less than the cost of that big fancy mini. So that one's not going to happen anytime soon. That's like more than all of my Patreon dollars that I've earned over like 6 months of having a Patreon or some shit like that combined. So yeah. I can't afford a Kabanda, but maybe someday. You bought a Chaos Dreadnought from Forge World a while back, and it had a few bubbles here and there, but things were mostly fine. Realm of the Lich King has made that proclamation about the quality of Forge World. Hello, how are you this evening? Are you working on any hobby stuff, Destro? It's good to have you on the stream. Yeah, I agree. It's a little surprising. You'd think that, like, new plastic kits would really be the kind of thing that GW is pushing and advertising and stuff like that, but, no, they like their Forge World. I don't know if maybe it's just a separate company or, like, division-wise. I don't really understand why they are focused on 2 separate stores and things, like, business-wise, I'm sure there's a reason they have it set up the way that they do. I just don't understand any of the inner workings of the intense GW mechanicum that they've established for themselves, so I'm not going to bother trying to sort that one out. There's some flexible resins out there for 3D printing that are getting pretty close to the durability of hard plastics. Yeah, every time I get a 3D print from, like, a friend who's really into 3D printing, or I buy one from an Etsy shop or something, the quality seems to be going up over time. It's very cool to see. Yeah, Kalos, I'm right there. Like, it's a very cool looking demon, a great mini. If it was like $115, you know, somewhere around that price point, I'd be like, oh, that's an expensive mini, but, like, I get it. Like, you know, that's about the price of, like, what a GW centerpiece model is going for these days, or something like that. Under $200, I feel like there's some way that I could justify buying a single miniature for that price to myself on some of my days. But yeah, speaking recently, it's, $330, too much. We didn't know what the line was, but we found it. I found the line, and I think it's solidly above $300. I will probably not be purchasing any hobby products for myself. Like, I had wanted to get the Ash Wastes box, but $300 was too much for that as well, so that seems to be where I draw the line with most GW stuff. I wish it was lower. Like, I wish I could just be like, yeah, no, that's too expensive. But I can justify a lot of shit to myself, if I'm being honest. One demon for $330 I cannot justify. Planning on doing some hobby work. Awesome. Terrain pieces. Oh, okay, you don't feel like doing those, so you might do some conversion work instead. That's cool. We love a conversion. What are you planning on converting? Is it Skaven? If I'm not happy with the quality, don't hesitate to tell you. Kraz, I love the bases that you made for me. They are perfect. I do not need any quality updates. They are 100%. I'm very happy with the quality of every 3D print you've sent me so far. I have no gripes with them. I just mean that, like, when I had miniatures from the start of 3D printing, back when all you had was FDM and it wasn't very good and you got layer lines on everything, like, looking at some of those first prints to what people have now, the jump in quality is insane. It's very impressive. Did the screen freeze for anyone else? Oh no. Thank you for calling that to my attention. I had not noticed. My little talkie guy was still moving, so I'm like, everything's fine. Did my phone die? I had it plugged. Did I not have it plugged? Alright. Might have made an error. We might have made a tactical error with remembering to charge our phone. This would not be the first time that this has happened. I would like to say that it would be the last. Sometimes we get a little bit caught up. He's still talking, but the video is mid-stroke. Yeah, let's see if I can fix that. I think I might know what happened. Yep. So my phone died, which is what I use to record things. Another classic Sugar Candy Miniatures blunder there. Sorry about that. God, you think I would learn after all this time. I've got it plugged in and charging now. It'll be a few minutes before it's got enough power to come on again. But then we'll get the video back. I will stop working. I can stop working on the Tau. I mean, I'm just going to continue putting a wash on them. But if you guys need to see every step in the process, and you want me to pause until we get the video feedback, that's okay. I can do that. That can be done. I'll read through some of the chats. Let's see. It's totally Skaven. Called it. Excellent. Happy about that. Rat chaps. Would I rather fight one demon for $330 or 330 demons for $1? I mean, the choice is obvious there. One demon for $330. There's no benefit to fighting more demons for less money. I have dyscalculia, and even I know that. Numbers are hard sometimes. Apparently so is forgetting to charge your phone. Honestly, sorry about that, guys. That one's on me, as it usually is. I don't have a good excuse. What's the unit looks like? Fire Warriors or maybe Breacher? I think they are Fire Warriors. I'm pretty sure. Some of them might be Tau veterans, someone said. I think they're all Fire Warriors, though. I'm not 100% just because I can't tell if some of them are older models or if it's just I have, like, the new... Like, some of them I know for sure are Fire Warriors. Some of them might be veteran. I should check the Tau Codex. Hang on. I've got that here. I can take a look-see while we wait for my phone to charge. See if I can figure out what we have in here. I like pictures. Pictures are helpful. Definitely I have some broadsides. Pathfinder team. Piranhas. Ghost Keel. Fire Sight Marksman. I'm just reading the names of these. Recruit. Strike Team. Breacher Team. They look the fucking same to me, bro. Oh dear. How do I tell these apart? Is it the gun that's... It's the gun that's different. Alright, some of these have long guns. You are a strike team, I think. So this is a fire warrior. This is a regular fire warrior right here. And then others have the chunkier guns, which... Maybe a breacher team? Or are you a pathfinder? No, Pathfinder's got the weird guns, so we do have some of those. The rail files. Some of them do. I got a whole mix of stuff, and I'm not very good at telling them apart, apparently. Firefellows have 2 gun types. Breachers have a new gun, and Pathfinders have many guns. I think I do have a team of Pathfinders, because I got the weird fucky gun in the picture. The ion rifle, I think it is. So I'd say I probably have a Pathfinder team and a team of Fire Warriors, maybe? I want to say they're Fire Warriors. I'd really like to be more confident about that. Someone identified all the stuff that I had at one point. But it's hard to tell. Pathfinders have snipers, you believe? Okay, a lot of them do have sniper-looking guns. I'll get this all diagnosed eventually, and I'll find a way of indicating who is what. At this time, I have Tau, you know? I definitely have Tau. I knew what they were when I bought them. And then I started painting them and wasn't so sure anymore. We do have 1% battery on my phone, which is good. We're getting that camera back online. Again, sorry about that. I apologize for the lack of video feed. That's on me. But we're gonna get there. We'll get it back. It's not the end of the world. What's a stream of mine without a technical issue or two, honestly? I'm just going to give it a little bit more time to charge up because I don't think it's going to be able to sustain a stream on 1%. Oh, okay. If the legs have armor on them, probably Fire Warriors. If they look like they have harem pants, then they are Pathfinders. Oh, dope. Okay. Okay, some of them have leg armor. You did come in at the 1% battery moment. We're getting video feedback. This is not indicative of... Well, actually, it is pretty indicative of how I am sometimes. But I can be a quality person who remembers to charge their phone on occasion. We're currently identifying the Tau that I have that I definitely bought and remembered what they were when I bought them, but then forgot. Alright, so you're saying that the ones with leg armor... are Fire Warriors, and then the ones that just have harem pants, as you said, the baggy pants, those ones are Pathfinders. Okay, cool. Because that makes it way easier than trying to tell by their guns. There are definitely ones that I can look at their pants and sort them out by pants. That's incredibly helpful, actually. Now that I know how to tell the difference, I'm just diagnosing my Tau. What are we up to? We're up to 2% battery. We're gonna wait until it gets to 5% because that's appropriate. But then we'll get the video back, I promise. Oh, that's so helpful. The pants tip has been the best one. I appreciate that. Thank you, Devin. Thank you for joining us, High Fleet Kalos. You get some rest. You played some Gamma Wolves today. Oh, that's cool. Dude, I would super wear the pants that the Tau have. They look comfortable as hell. How am I missing a Tau? No, you're just over here. Are you in the right category, sir? Yeah, I guess you are. Okay. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 with pant armor, which means they are fire warriors. I have 14 fire warriors, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pathfinders. Tau got some nice drip. They sure do. Unfortunately, in sorting them out into different categories of Pathfinders and Fire Warriors, I now don't remember which ones I've put a wash on and which ones I haven't. More classic blunders like this is what we can expect throughout this stream. At least now I know how to tell the different units apart. Something I should have known before picking an army. Okay, we're good. I think all has returned, not to normal, but at least to the regular brand of chaos that I usually have going on. Oh, I checked my phone and I just got a really sweet text from someone that I do not have the emotional capacity to reply to, but it is... Oh, that's so sweet. Old friend checking in. Love shit like that. I usually complain about people interrupting me in the middle of things, but that's actually quite sweet. Alright. After that random interlude, we have video again! Yay! I wish I had sound effects. I need like the keyboard that the kid in Bob's Burgers has so that I can just make stuff happen. But look! We've got video again and it works and my phone's plugged in so the battery isn't gonna die. You know, that kind of important stuff. They're back! They're back. For sure. We are back. Droid Cam says low battery. Yeah, I know. That warning would have been, like, super helpful about 5 minutes ago, Droid Cam. I'll take it now, though. I will take it. Let's see. Let's get it. Yeah, we got more paint. We got more Tau. Previously, I had them, I had Pathfinders on this side and Fire Warriors on the other. Warriors wear armor, so that's how I'm going to remember that the ones with leg armor are Fire Warriors. Remind me what the color scheme inspiration is for these. Yep, of course. Here we have our test model. These are the Key Lime Sept of Tau. So they're Key Lime Pie inspired. So I'm painting their beautiful graham cracker clothes. And then they're going to have this stunning lime green, and maybe I will add some little fake whipped cream dollops to them. You know, this is kind of the look that we're going for. That's the idea. Thank you. Fiverr's regular brand of chaos, anyone but Nurgle. I like that. I would put that on a t-shirt anyone but Nurgle. Fire Warrior squads usually have a little missile pod and drone buddy, and Pathfinders have 2 drones and a big mama drone. Yeah, I have the drones. Like I said, I just haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna base them, and the flights... Oh, shit, that one fell over. But I got this drone. This one is the coolest one, because, like, the gun swivels inside of it. If you can get it to... Yeah. So, like, the little gun swings down. And that's just fun, because it's interactive. And I can make it go back and forth. If I had a soundboard, I would be using that way too much. Really good kiwi and lime cider. Ooh, that's cool. That sounds tasty. That sounds really good. Don't drown, Mama. Oh dear. All right, back to what we were doing. Let's get some paint on his pants. Thank you, really, genuinely, Devin. That was incredibly helpful information. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now I know how to tell my guys apart, which previously I was low-key stressing about. So, thank you. That's honestly a big solid, that you have just done me, my guy. So, I did tease it before, but, now that Liam of Millennial Model Mayhem is here, I can make the announcement to you guys who are tuning in. Sneak peek, upcoming special event live on my YouTube channel and Millennial Model Mayhem's YouTube channel tomorrow. We are going to be doing a joint stream. So instead of just hearing me talk to nothing, you guys will be able to hear me and Liam talk about nothing together. And interact with our various chats, and we'll be painting together and stuff like that. It's not very, like, we're not painting the same thing. It's not like a joint project or anything. I'm either gonna keep working on my Tau, or, I've been considering, because, Liam was kind enough to send me a Gundam, so I was thinking I might actually I might assemble my first Gundam. We won't be streaming until later, so usually I'm on at 7, but tomorrow it'll be 8:30-ish that will be going live, Central Standard Time. So, look forward to that. We'll have to relay questions from each other's chats, yeah. We'll do that. We'll probably talk about animes that we've both seen. I feel like there's no way you can get the both of us on a chat and not have us bring up some animes. I haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and you're always sending me that one gif where he's just like, peace, and he does a little pose, and I don't know anything about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I feel like we've probably seen at least some of the same animes that we can talk about. Liam's always, like, really collected, it feels like, on stream. Like, you don't tend to get super bummed out or super excited about anything. You're very even keel, which is something I admire in people. I, however, will start talking way too fast about all kinds of stuff and go off on random tangents, so I'm hoping that there will be, like, a nice balance there, that my wild energy can be contained by the power of Gundams. Liam has both the power of anime and God on his side, so I feel like we've got a good chance. Tau are the closest thing to Gundam in 40k. Dog, that's my bedtime. Cam, screw your bedtime. Stay up and enjoy the stream with us anyway. Or don't. The video on demand will still be made available, so if you don't feel like killing your sleep schedule, you can also catch that. You know, that's fine. You've been practicing your monotone for years. I haven't. I never developed one. I really hate going back and listening to my voice, like when I have to edit videos. I'm like, dang, you sound like such a weirdo right now. Pogged -2. I don't get that. I don't know what you're saying there, Cam. I mean, I know what pogged means. I don't know why you said -2, though. That makes it feel like I've done something not so great. Is that a bad thing? One of you youngins tell me. Riptides are Gundam-sized. Do I have a Riptide? I have a Devilfish. The little vehicle thing, it's not primed. I mean, I could start painting Storm Surge because he just looks like a Gundam, but I'm not emotionally ready to conquer that task yet. He's too big. You guys can't see it because they're off screen, but there are 2 cats slowly closing in on my painting desk. Achilles is scowling at me. He's ready to knock something over so he can get attention. I can feel it emanating off his little cat body. You're moving to somewhere that sells Gundams, and you bet you're gonna make some Tau Gundam mix. Have you seen the Storm Chicken with arms? No. I don't think so. I have... Ooh. Did we see that? That almost got knocked over, but not quite. Crisis averted. I have thought about adding arms onto my Storm Surge. Because he looks kind of weird without them, to be honest with you. But I want, like, big, punchy, chunky arms, and I feel like I'd have to rob a dollar store toy of its limbs or something like that. Because I don't just have arms sitting around. Storm Surge with arms. Okay, cool. So other people have given Storm Surge arms. I feel like he's supposed to have them. It's weird that he doesn't. But that's just how he looks. It looks a lot less goofy. Yeah, I think he looks kind of weird without them. I am never gonna just collect body parts. Jesus. What do you think of me? Who do you think I am? It looks Fright. There's a free 3D printable model for converting. Ooh! Ooh, I gotta see that, Devin. You messaged me on Instagram a bunch. Could you message me a link to that? That would be real kind of you. I can't remember if you're on our Discord or not, but if you are, you can send it to me there. Excuse you, Hector. Don't sneak up behind me. That's very rude. Won't collect body parts, won't taste human flesh. Yeah, we get it, Fiverr. You're so high and mighty. I feel like not collecting body parts and not tasting human flesh are just some basic courtesies you can extend. I'm not that ready to commit myself to chaos. The perks aren't that great. Sorry, Heck. I am painting, buddy. I'm painting. That's another thing you aren't ready for, Liam, is when I start talking not to you, not to the chat, but to my cats who are protesting the fact that I am not giving them attention at this moment in time. Such high standards. Listen, we all gotta strive for something. I strive to keep cannibalism out of the hobby. Do you want to be on camera? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Do you want to be a ham? Because you are one. This is Hector, currently begging for attention. Because clearly he's never been loved a day in his life and isn't a super spoiled boy who gets everything that he wants. That's not you at all. No, that description isn't apt. Is that what you're saying? That doesn't sound like you? That's somebody else? I know, buddy. I know it's hard because I'm not paying attention to you for 5 minutes. I know, it's been longer than 5 minutes. But if you want to see the encroaching invaders, there's Achilles. This is my hobby desk. He has been slowly sneaking closer. And then on the other flank, we've got Lobster, who looks like he's just relaxing, watching some TV. But he's planning. He's plotting. He's not acknowledging me right now, but he does have a paw extended. Perhaps in friendship, perhaps ready to strike. Hector, in the 5 minutes, not even, the 5 seconds it took me to look at the other cats, has now begun pleading it for attention yet again. Next thing you know, they will say they don't use blood for red paint. I don't. Actually, people out here in current year with skin on their face, not even someone else's. Yeah, there's no face pizzas going on here. This ain't Borderlands. No Nurgle, no flesh eating. I know when I'm not welcome. Hector in need of squishing. Yeah, he always wants it. He does. Do not bite the charger, Hector. Don't bite that. Hey, come on. Don't make me get the spray bottle. We both don't want that. You just go behave yourself. Little mans. He's gonna protest the whole time because I've decided to paint instead of give him all of the attention in the world. The fucking nerve of me. He's about to commit cat crimes? Absolutely. Yep. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Let's try Justin. Camera here. There we go. Oh, hello, Rothian Fairmoon. How are you this evening? Always happy to see you in the chat because your name's fun to say. I am biased towards that. You sound like a fairy creature. It's wonderful. Gonna see if I can't get a wash on all of these guys, because I feel like it would be really fun to paint the bright lime green tomorrow on the joint stream. That seems like a really good thing to do. It's a fun color to work with. And considering the fact that my camera is sometimes very potato, it should theoretically show up pretty decent. I've already painted a wash on this one. Sorry, bro. Go join your friends there. Got the heat wave warning on your phone and computer. No one else. If you're in the UK, stay safe. It's about to get toasty. Oh, dang. I got friends on that side of the world. I hope that, you know, they find some way of cooling down because air conditioning isn't a thing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Are you seeing this right now? Are you looking? Can you see that off camera right there? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see what I see? Do I see an Achilles about to invade the desk? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Because I'm looking at the same thing you are. And that looks like some kitty paws and a face with only one eye. Mm-hmm. Hey, no, get out of there. No. No. The chaos I have to contend with. Thanks for joining us, Orc Doc. You have a good night. Oh man, I'm sorry XPS foam got expensive. Or was always expensive. This is what I get for not kit bashing or building my own terrain. I have no idea what the average price of XPS foam is supposed to be. If it's pricey though, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry that your order hasn't shipped. That sucks. It's hard to be patient sometimes, even as adults. I know we try and like scold children. We're like, kids these days and their instant gratification and stuff like that. But man, getting the stuff that we order the next day is pretty addictive. I will often forget something if it takes more than like 3 days to get here, and then it'll come in the mail, and I'm like, oh, a present for myself that I forgot that I had purchased. But when it's like, oh no, I want this specific model that I ordered, or this paint color, or this hobby supplies that I need, gets much, much harder to wait for it. But I'm trying very hard to keep to the commitment of not buying any new models until Gen Con, because then I'm just going to buy a bunch of models, and then maybe I'll say no new models till Christmas, but that'll all evaporate when my birthday hits in October, because I'll be like, I am turning another year old. I must treat myself to plastic. It's a never-ending cycle. Just realized if Pigman Nurgle is not welcomed, then does this mean your cats are the other Chaos Gods? I could see that. I could easily see my cats being Chaos Gods. Without a doubt, Achilles is Corn, because he likes to bite and attack anything that moves. 100% that boy is Corn. Now, as to whether Lobster is Slaanesh or Hector is Tzeentch, or it's the other way around, that much I'm not as sure about. Because both of them are pretty upfront about wanting to eat and steal anything treat-wise that they can get their little paws on. I am not the Nurgle analog. No. That's not... I don't carry the plague. Jesus. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this is not a safe space for Nurgle. I'm sorry that foam got hit by the same supply chain issues. Sometimes I think about trying to build stuff out of foam. Sometimes Achilles pulls the foam cushions out of my couch, and I think about harvesting what he has spilled across the ground for terrain materials. But then I'm like, you know what? I could just not do that. because I'll get frustrated trying to craft it, and in the end, I'll just wish that I had gotten plastic terrain. I don't know, some aspect of, like, I admire people who can build stuff out of trash. I love watching videos of it. I think it's very cool. It's just not the part of the hobby that I feel that I am good at or enjoy. Like, Destro has a great video where he builds, like, a silo out of a Pringles can, and I'm like, that looks amazing. And then I'm like, I could do that, and I don't. I'm not green. It's just my little talkie guy is green. It's not easy being green. Foam is very sculptable, but you hate working with it. That's fair. It's fair. I feel like it has a texture that I wouldn't really enjoy working with. Alright, so like you can see on one of the more dry guys that now that kind of looks like pie crust. Which is pretty much what we're going for, just a nice graham crackery crust. I don't even know if my phone's focusing on stuff. Boop. Yeah, okay, there. That's a pretty good shot. It looks like a nice graham cracker crust, and you have the variation of the parts where it's more and less cooked. And that's after a base coat, some sponging, and a wash. So only 3 steps, but that's pretty much how all of the clothes and the guns are gonna work on these guys. I don't know why I'm making the clothes and the guns the same color, except for that, like, on the test... Oh, shit. That dropped. On the test model, he didn't have pants, but, like, the pants part of his robot pants was brown, and his guns were brown, so it just seems to work. If a robot wore pants, would he wear them like this or this? Yeah, I'm sure I could build a Pringles silo, but I'm very fortunate to be friends with some very talented 3D printing people. And I can pay them money to print terrain for me when I feel like buying a little bit of terrain as a treat. I'm gonna paint up all that terrain like a big old candy city, and that's gonna be fun. It's just a project for future me. Not sure when, actually. Probably near future me. I want to get a few. I want to get, you know, some progress actually made on this Tau army before I buy anything new and impulsive. I did put up a community poll today asking my lovely community whether they thought it was a good idea or not if I bought a Khorne army, because then technically they could be used in the Horus Heresy, and I don't have any Horus Heresy armies. I don't particularly have a strong desire to play Horus Heresy either, but I don't have a Horus Heresy army, so there's that. And then one of the options on that poll was, oh my god, dear lord, please just finish your stupid Tau already. And another option was, you already bought a Khorne army, didn't you? So many people voted for the you've already bought a Khorne army, didn't you option. That was the option on the poll that won. Or at least is currently winning. I have not already bought a Khorne army. But apparently it seems like something I would do. And I understand, as I am speaking to you, talking about buying an army that I said I wasn't going to buy, as I am painting a Tau that I said I wasn't going to buy, is a little hypocritical. But still, the betrayal, the distrust, the bullying from my own community. How could you? Have I seen Studson Studio? The thing that gentleman makes with rubbish is amazing. I feel like, yeah, I've seen a couple of those. That, and I think there's a channel called Scratch Bashing that, like, is like, oh, if you have old VCRs, old printers, old anything, freaking rip those apart. They got tons of little gears and stuff in them. And then he's like, I have 800 million pieces of trash that I've collected. Here's how to build an entire city block with it. And I'm like, whoa. I never know what trash is valuable to save for projects either. Like, people are like, save your trash. And I'm like, ooh, what specific trash pieces do you want me to save? And they have these huge stores of, like, things that they've saved. And I'm like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I want to hold on to that many things. Yeah, of course. I didn't buy any Tau. I'm painting nothing right now. These are not the Tau you're looking for. Yeah, I noticed we were a little out of focus. We're back in focus now. Sorry, it's hard to notice that when I don't have like a monitor that shows me, and when I'm just looking down at the Tau that I'm currently painting, I don't always see that. Also, I have this to contend with still. You are caught in the act, little man. They can see you. They can see you. Where are you gonna go? What is your plan here? Oh, you're gonna go up. You're gonna go on top of the desk now. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Yeah. That's always happening off screen. Whether you know it or not. There's some cat antics going on. I wonder if Goobs has to contend with the same amount of cat antics as I do. Pay your local raccoon to find the best trash for you. I do have a local raccoon. There's a raccoon that lives in the storm drain outside of my house. I've seen her crawl up from the sewer. I named her Pennywise. Dollar store finds? Yeah, those are usually fun. I think I've seen quite a few of, like, Black Magic Crafts videos where he buys something from a dollar store and makes it into terrain. Like, he has a really good video where he takes some tanks that he bought from the dollar store and turns them into stuff. Kraz, you're allowed to go to bed, please. You said you were gonna... I assumed that you went to bed. Go have a good night. Get some rest. Get some rest. You don't have to hang out with us if you're tired. By all means, go to sleep. You have children. That must be exhausting. Get some rest. I'll be streaming tomorrow night. You can tune into that if you have time. And if not, there's always the VODs. There will be more content for anyone who wants it. Trust me, there's no shortage. I can always make more streams. This is a renewable resource, as they say. The raccoon is the Nurgle. That's fair, yeah. Penny lives outside, so Pennywise the raccoon can be the Nurgle representative for my neighborhood. I'll accept that, Devin, if there must be Nurgles. Guess who's back? Back again! Achilles, they can see you. I can see you. All you want to do is bite my models, buddy. And I know that authentic damage is important to you, but we can't be having that. We can't be having that. These are nice. I already had to fix them. You really want to make me fix them again? that really what you want? I think if you look inside your soul, you'll understand that that's not what you want to do. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. This one, I think I already painted as well. Oh, whoops. Yep, I did, because I got some... He's already been washed. Okay. Have all any of the rest of you already been washed? I don't think so. We only have 5 more to go. Finish these up, then we'll call it a night. Because I can't really do anything until the wash sets, and I like to give that as close to a full 24 hours to set as I can. I think I forgot to label this Tao Test Kitchen Part 8. I'll have to edit that later. Someone remind me to do that. Achilles, remind me to do that. You're my secretary now. Congratulations, you've been promoted. I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. Four to go. You gotta start waking up earlier. You keep getting in at the end of the stream. I mean, if I had a stream schedule, people could plan for it. Let's be real there, Little Frog. Also, thank you for making your username Little Frog. I get to picture that I'm just talking to a little frog, tuning in from like a lily pad with an acorn TV somehow, you know? Like how everything in those little children's series is just cute. And maybe you're just like chewing on a comically large strawberry while watching the stream. Sorry, my brain just is stupid in the way that it works. But Little Frog, it's cute to say. It makes me happy. I'm glad that is your username and that you join us on occasion. There we go. So another guy done. For some reason, he painted up pretty fast. I think it's just the pose. I didn't even call special attention to Butterfingers when I was painting him. Have I done him? Yeah, we got him. He's been got. 3 more to go. Yes! Toad in the hole art style. I'm picturing it like Frog and Toad. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. Like a nice Christopher Denise illustration. He did the Redwall children's books, like not the children's books like the chapter books that are part of a series, but like they had picture books for children, and they have this lovely, like, warmth and illustration style. But they're very friendly and cute, and yes, absolutely. But yeah, I will continue to picture you as a little frog, then, Little Frog. Aw, jeez. Aw, man. That's so sweet to say. There's hardly anything in this world worth waking up for, but I'm glad that you consider me to be one of those things. Tomorrow I'll be doing a joint stream with Millennial Model Mayhem, so you have that to look forward to. I'll be making a post to announce it or some shit so that you guys can bookmark the time. I just have to make a graphic for it, and I haven't because day job. Achilles, I see you. So much mischief in such a tiny form. What am I gonna do with you, bud? What am I gonna do with you? Little ARM updates. The free STLs have been said by the Empire of GW. Seed by the Empire of GW, but priced ones are still around. Okay. I think I get what you're trying to say there, Devin. There's a spelling mistake or two that's confusing me a little bit. But I think I got the gist of it. Alright, one last towel to apply wash to, and then we're going to close up shop for the night. I will, however, return tomorrow. These guys are looking so good. I'm happy we went with key lime pie as the scheme. I know you guys didn't really have a hand in choosing it, but I sure did. I'm making this a group decision. You know, we'll put your names on the group project because you were here and hung out with me while I painted it. There we go. Alright. I think that one's all done. Until tomorrow. Bye then. Yep, Liam, I will be there to stream with you tomorrow. I'm excited for it. I hope everybody will join us. But for now, for me, that is some progress made on the towel this evening. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a nice night. And I hope you'll tune in tomorrow to catch some more madness. But you have a good one. Be good to each other, and I'll see you next time.